Welcome to All Faiths Unitarian Congregation, and Regina says not yet. So it's not a good morning?
It will be.
Thank you, Joseph, for that beautiful start to our service here at All Faiths Unitarian Congregation. My name is Joyce Ramay, and I'll be leading the service today. Here you will find a diverse and inclusive spiritual community where we welcome people with many beliefs. You can bring your whole self, your full identity, your questioning mind, and your expansive heart. At All Faiths, we have more than one way of experiencing the world and understanding the sacred. No matter who you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, and no matter whom you love, you are truly welcome here. If you're interested in learning more about All Faiths or about membership, after the service, you can meet with Fran Way, who will be in the membership corner, which is right behind where the sound is. So we're very eager to have people join us formally and learn more about us. Some announcements for the week. Tuesday at 10 o'clock, we'll have the racial equity meeting on Zoom. Wednesday at 10 o'clock, we're going to have the second session of Our Whole Lives with Donnelly Benyak on Zoom. And I encourage you to join that. We had some really interesting discussions, and it penetrates very deeply into all of the various aspects of our lives. So please consider joining us on Wednesday on Zoom. Thursday at 2 p.m., we have the Heart for the Homeless team. And today, our guest speaker is Carol Elrod. She is a founding member of All Faiths, a professional journalist. She and her husband Ed lived in Indiana for many years before moving here to Fort Myers. She has served on our board. She's one of our worship associates, and she helps editing the newspaper with her professional background. So we're eager to hear about One Stick at a Time. I love that title. So let us begin today by singing Enter, Rejoice, and Come In, hymn number 361. And please rise as you are able.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
One of the great things about the changing policies on COVID-19 is we're seeing more of our people coming back to services gradually. And among them are Terry and Jeff Lazar. So today I'm inviting Jeff to come forward and light our chalice for us. Please join in reciting the words in your order of service. We light this chalice, remembering that humankind doesn't have all the answers. Sometimes bees and butterflies and even rodents have truths to teach if we just observe and listen. And now it's time for us to share our joys and sorrows. If you have a joy or sorrow that you would like to share, please come up one at a time and light the candle. And to begin with, I'm sorry to report that I got a phone call this morning from Dan Tudor, our former music director, and Dad had a stroke 2 weeks ago. And he was lying on the floor in his house for 4.5 days before he was found. His daughters didn't hear from him, and so they called the sheriff, and then the sheriff couldn't get in because he couldn't open the door, so they called the fire department. So he was 4.5 days lying there. He's been in Gulf Coast Recovery Center for the past week and a half. He speaks fine. Dan was always a good talker. And his spirits are good, but he has something, it's a spinal vertebral stroke. It affected his spinal column. So he's asked that you keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and he sends his love to all of you. And does anyone else have any joy or sorrow they'd like to share today? Sharon.
I'm lighting this candle for Jeff Moran, who's going in for some minor surgery this week. Eileen says it's not a big deal, but we'll see how long it takes Jeff to recover.
And I also ask that you keep the McDougals in your thoughts and prayers. They're facing some very difficult times right now. Nicole is pregnant and may have to spend the next few weeks in the hospital due to some complications. And as you know, their daughter Quillen is challenged with many issues, so they could use some help and some visits. And this candle I'm lighting for all of you who have joys and sorrows in your hearts. Now please rise as you are able and join in singing Spirit of Life, hymn number 123.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart stirrings of compassion, blowing lonely, rise in the sea, moving life, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
I think that's my favorite hymn. It just says it all about what we aspire to in our lives. It's so beautiful. And Joseph, you play it so beautifully. Oh, we're so blessed. Our opening words today. Maxine Legace said, by discovering nature, you discover yourself. And Eleanor Duse, an Italian actress, said, if the sight of the blue skies fills you with joy, if a blade of grass springing up in the fields has the power to move you, if the simple things of nature have a message that you understand, rejoice, for your soul is alive.
Well, I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way. And who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down. Let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down, down to the river to pray. As I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down, down to the river to pray. Well, we go down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way. And who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, mothers, let's go down, down to the river to pray. We go down to the river to pray, studying about the good old way. Who shall wear the golden crown? Oh, Lord, show me the way. Oh, fathers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down, down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray.
Thank you, Joseph. And after service, you can go down to the river right here. All right, our reading today is by Henry David Thoreau. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to confront only the essential facts of life and see if I could not learn what they had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. And now please rise as you are able and join in singing hymn number 175. We celebrate the web of life.
We celebrate the web of life, its magnitude we sing, for we can see divinity in every living thing, a fragment of the perfect whole in cactus and in quail, as much in tiny barnacle as in the great blue whale. Of ancient dreams we are the sum, our bones link stone to star, and bind our future worlds to come with worlds that were and are. Respect the water, land, and air, which gave all creatures birth. Protect the lives of all that share the glory of the earth.
There's a little knob on the back of the podium that lets you hang your cane on it, made just for me. On March 17th, a day that will live for me in infamy, I failed to negotiate a curb, and I broke both wrists, my nose, a small bone in my face, and my glasses. I also had a cut over one eye. Luckily, there were people close by, and they saw that I got medical attention. I ended up in the rehab center at Shell Point and remained there for 5 weeks. When I arrived, I couldn't even feed myself. But the physical therapy and occupational therapy that I received daily, even on Sunday, were fantastic. And I made progress every day. By the time I went home on April 26th, I could even open a carton of milk and put on my clothes without help. Each day, the patients received a photocopied daily chronicle, a mini newspaper, which contained what happened in history on each given day, games, puzzles, and sometimes essays on various subjects. One of these essays seemed to me to be sermon material, so I saved it. It is entitled Life Lessons from a Beaver by Sean Kernan. So here goes. Long ago, the founders of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, known familiarly by the term MIT, were sitting around a dinner table, locked in a heated debate over their choice of mascots. They considered a lion, a camel, a horse, and an eagle. They eventually settled on the beaver. Why? Because beavers are nature's engineers. They're one of the most hardworking and technically proficient animals in the animal kingdom. Their work ethic rivals that of ants. Their prolific output creates entire ecosystems that are fantastic for the environment. If a beaver pair moves in near you, you would know it right away. Among Native American tribes, beavers symbolize ingenuity and persistence. Among golf course owners, beavers symbolize the ultimate nuisance, as they often flood putting greens. A beaver embodies the power of action. They are deliberate. They do not hesitate. The entire point of a beaver dam is to create a still body of water for the animal to call home in which to raise a family. Their predators, wolves and coyotes, are almost entirely land mammals. Having a deep pond provides the beaver with an easy escape. A beaver first chooses a stream to convert into its new home. When a beaver hears running water, it's game on. He jumps into action, heading straight for the trees to begin chomping away and dropping branches into the water. The wood will then drift and begin clotting the stream at one vocal point. From there, the beaver begins building, desperately trying to do away with the painful sound of running water. When everything is still and quiet, the beaver will rest. But even then, its work isn't complete. The moment it hears running water, it jumps into action, strategically placing mud, sticks, and rocks to stop the leak. It's kind of like hearing a drop coming from the ceiling in your bedroom at 1 o'clock in the morning. A few years back, a satellite picked up an unusual formation. It turned out to be the largest beaver dam in the world, 2,850 feet wide. Where you see the forest turn brown down below is a pond that is rich and full of diversity. Wildlife from all over the surrounding area frequent the lake. And can you guess how many beavers built this massive dam? Just 2. A male and female pair worked 12 hours a day, slowly and methodically building a perfect dam, placing stones, sticks, and mud all in the perfect locations to create a lake where there had been only a small stream. These beavers didn't sit down and say, "Man, this dam is going to be huge. It's going to take forever." They just got started. The work is never complete. Suppose you are a beaver and you've built your dam 70% to completion. You've strategically chewed down trees from the surrounding area. You still need lots of big logs and branches, but they are all far away from your pond. You and your partner only weigh 40. Now, if an actual beaver were in this situation, they'd take a shortcut that is easier than it might sound at first. Most beavers dig 2 to 3 shallow snaking channels and use them as a transportation unit. The channels are easy to dig. Beavers have claws and the mud is soft. They then chop the tree down with their strong teeth. The tree will fall in or near the water. The beavers break up little by little and swim the sticks toward their dam. A big complex problem is usually just a bunch of small, simple problems combined. Most people who are excellent at math are just good at simplifying things and finding alternative routes. If you are facing a big, difficult challenge in life, chunk it out into bits. A dam isn't one big log. It was built one twig, stick, and limb at a time. One of the most common misconceptions about beavers is that they live inside the dams. After creating a little lake, they build what is called a lodge in the middle of their pond. It only has underwater entrances that their predators can't get to. In the lodge, a bonded pair will sleep, eat, and get recharged for their next night's work. They are nocturnal animals. Their lodge is their place to feel safe and be with their partner and perhaps make new generations of beavers. What is the most important thing we can learn from all this? If a small rodent is capable of changing the world, so are you. But it takes persistent work. May it be so.
Carol, I absolutely love that message. I'm kind of a nature freak, and beavers are always so interesting. They're so creative and so productive, and it's just exciting. When I was doing the Sunday service email, I was so thrilled when I found that picture of the beaver with one stick in its mouth, and I just really loved your sermon today. Thank you. And now it's time for our offertory, and this is a time for all of you to be eager beavers in helping to build and continue all faiths, one check or one bill at a time. So as you are able, we ask that you contribute as the collection is taken.
Loveliest of trees, the cherry now is hung with bloom along the bough and stands about the woodland ride, wearing white for Easter tide. Now of my 80 years and 10, 20 will not come again, and take from 70 springs a score, it only leaves me 50 more. And since to look at things in bloom, 50 springs are little room. About the woodlands I will go to see the cherry hung with snow.
Beautiful. Our closing words. Life lessons we can all learn from nature. Nature doesn't hurry, unless you're a beaver. But everything is accomplished. Everything has a purpose. Human ego tends to think of things in nature as being useful for us or useless in general. The best things truly are free. And, you know, it's okay to be a human being instead of a human doing. And now, just one. One step can start a journey. One song can change a moment. One smile can start a friendship. One hug can lift a soul. One candle can wipe out darkness. And one life can make a difference. One word can start a prayer. One hope will lift a spirit. One touch can show you care. Be that one today.
I've been dreaming of friendly faces. I've got so much time to kill. Just imagine people laughing. I know someday we will. And even if it's far away, get me through another day. Cover me in sunshine, shower me with good times. Tell me that the world's been spinning since the beginning, and everything will be alright. Cover me in sunshine. From a distance, all these mountains are just some tiny hill. Wildflowers, they keep living while they're just standing still. Yeah, I've been missing yesterday. What if there's a better place? So Cover me in sunshine, shower me with good times. Tell me that the world's been spinning since the beginning, and everything will be alright. Cover me in sunshine, shower me with good times. Tell me that the world's been spinning since the beginning, and everything will be alright. Cover me in sunshine. La la la. Cover me in sunshine, shower me in good times. Tell me that the world's been spinning since the beginning, and everything will be alright. Cover me in sunshine.
Come out of your cocoons and fly like the butterflies in the sunshine. Life is meant to be lived, and we can do it one step at a time, and one hug at a time, and one song at a time. And just being here is such a pleasure, and we are so blessed. And I am grateful to Carol Elrod for her wonderful message today. I just was right there with those beavers. Yeah. And Joseph, you always bring such beautiful spirit to our services. We truly love you. And Regina, we thank you for operating the camera, and Ed Elrod and sound, and Joe Gayton, our sexton. It's good to be connected and to stay together in whatever way that we can. And I'll repeat, if you're interested in learning more about All Faiths or membership, you can talk with Fran Way just behind the folding doors after the service. And now I invite Jeff Lazar to come forward to extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world. And may you all live a meaningful life like beavers and butterflies. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.